Tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter, and this is Tennis Now, presented by Technofiber. Technofiber introduces Black Code Lime and Fire. Black Code inside, wild outside. Available online and in stores August 23rd. The dog days of summer are here, and tennis fans know what that means. Heat. And boy, it can be tough on the North American hard courts. We've seen it happen during the first week of the U.S. Open, where the oppressive heat can wreak havoc on the draw. Will it happen again next week when the U.S. Open kicks off? We don't know, but we decided to produce this video as a public service announcement and a precautionary measure. Think of it as a message to the players. Stay hydrated, conserve your energy, and do anything you can to stay fit in the brutal heat you may encounter out there. So here's a look back at U.S. Opens in the past to see just how bad it can get for tennis's top players. And please be forewarned, these videos aren't necessarily for the squeamish. Remember back in 2014 when China's Peng Shuai had her first and only career Grand Slam final? She was sabotaged by a total body shutdown. It was one of the most heartbreaking scenes we've seen on the court in a long time. And how about this dark moment in 2010 when Victoria Azarenka hit the deck, had to retire against Gisela Dulko? Downright scary stuff. How about 2015 when the heat got the best of Jack Sock? Or 2014, here's Andy Murray barely getting through the first round match with Robin Haase. And he said that because of the heat, it was the worst he'd ever felt after a very short period of time on a tennis court.
It's not the worst I've ever felt necessarily, but it's the worst I've ever felt after an hour and a half of a tennis match. I mean, that was what was worrying about it, was that it came after such a short time. I don't think I felt like that after an hour and 30, hour and 40 minutes on a tennis court before. I mean, I played 4.5, 5-hour matches and felt pretty awful afterwards. But yeah, not after an hour and a half.
After a win over David Nalbandian back in 2011, the cramps got a hold of Rafa Nadal while he was in a press conference. In 2012, it was Stan Wawrinka cramping up, but he tried to laugh it off.
It is a short time ago, Stan Wawrinka in the press room, cramps up.
And who could forget last year's scariest episode when Great Britain's Joanna Konta went down, actually had trouble breathing for several minutes. Miraculously, she was able to return and finish out a second-round victory over Svetlana Pironkova. Tennis is always extremely demanding, with all kinds of strain on the body. But when the New York heat is boiling and the hard courts heat up, it can be dangerous. New York is a pressure cooker in more ways than one, and even the strongest don't always survive. With the U.S. Open right around the corner, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that the weather doesn't get too hot out there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.